my principal, he is organizing with Israeli students for support systems for Jewish and Israeli students who are affected by their family members who are currently in Israel.
লিয়া আলী হচ্ছে আমাদের 12 গ্রেডের স্টুডেন্ট এবং আপনারা জেনে বিস্মিত হবে যে নিউ ইয়র্ক সিটি স্কুল ডিপার্টমেন্ট এই যুদ্ধকে কেন্দ্র করে তারা এক ধরনের কিছু সিলেবাস কিছু বিষয়ে জানার চেষ্টা করছে যা লিয়া আলী এবং অন্যান্য বাংলাদেশি বা মুসলিম স্টুডেন্ট বা অন্যান্য যারা মানবিকতায় বিশ্বাস করে তারা মনে করে এটা এক ধরনের পার্সিয়ালিটি করছে নিউ ইয়র্ক সিটি বোর্ড অফ এডুকেশন এবং দ্যাটস হোয়াট উইড লাইক টু হিয়ার ফ্রম লিয়া আলী হোয়াট শি নোজ অ্যাবাউট ইট। লিয়া, go ahead.
Yes.
So what is the problem with the Board of Education about the Middle East war?
Yes, so going to school on Monday was a very tough day for me because I wasn't aware of how this news would be received by my principal and the school administration. And to no surprise, the email that was sent out was basically, we condemn the terrorist attacks that were made on Israel, and we pray for the people in Israel. And of course, there was absolutely no mention of the innocent lives that were lost in Palestine, nor any mention of the fact that this did not start on Saturday, October 7th. Rather, this is the result of nearly a century-long siege and apartheid system that the Palestinian people have been subjected to. And so as a student, as a Muslim student, from that very first day, I have felt very isolated, and I have felt like I was being ignored. It is very clear the blatant ignoring that the school administration is doing for students. For example, my principal, he is organizing with Israeli students for support systems for Jewish and Israeli students who are affected by their family members who are currently in Israel. And of course, there is absolutely no support system that is being put in place for Arab, Muslim, or Palestinian students in my school. And on top of that, it is very clear the way that we are sort of censored in our school environment as well. We are surrounded by Israel supporters. We are surrounded by Israelis in my school. And because they have the administration's full support, they are able to talk as freely as they want. In my class, I had a kid go ahead and say, I want to go to Palestine, I want to go to Israel and fight Palestinians because that is more worthwhile of my time than being at school. In 2023, we have kids openly talking about how they want to murder innocent civilians who have been under an apartheid regime for nearly a century. And that sheer just lack of filter that these students have is very evident of how much this support has sort of amplified these sorts of comments, because a student like me who is Muslim, who supports Palestine, I would never be able to make a comment like that because I would immediately be branded as some sort of terrorist, Hamas-loving supporter who wants to take Israel down. But it's completely fine and completely rational for Israeli students to talk this way, and that is simply because they have the support of the administration. They feel like they could make whatever comments they want, and the administration allows for this to happen because, as I said, they isolate Muslim, Arab, and Palestinian students. And on top of that, they don't do anything to address these comments that are made by the Israeli students in my school. And also, they give space for Israeli students to talk about this. Teachers at my school, like my Arabic teacher, she had to organize a support system, a support group for the Arab, Palestinian, and Muslim students in my school because she knew that we weren't getting that from our principal. She knew that the leading administration in my school would fail to give us that, even though we do comprise a significant portion of the school. She knew that the administration would fail to support us in that way, despite the horrors that we are going through as Muslims in America, but also, of course, witnessing what our Muslim brothers and sisters and Palestinians are going through in Palestine. And so just this blatant censorship that we have had to go through, not being able to speak our mind on an issue that is quite literally, it is genocide, and not being able to speak on this and educate other students is just very concerning.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear this, but did you ever notice to your principal or any other authority or your guidance counselor how you are feeling and how you are feeling like left alone? Did you notify them?
So at my school, it's very hard to speak out and tell the administration that how we feel because of how sort of controversial it is to support Palestine, which is very sad to hear. But yeah, we haven't been able to reach the principal because we are a minority at the school. But we have reached out to certain teachers, like the Arabic teacher, who has responded by holding a support meeting next week, actually, for Muslim, Palestinian, and Arab students.
And what is the school you are studying?
Sorry?
Which school you are studying?
I go to Bard Early College in Manhattan.
Bard Early College in Manhattan. Okay. Did you notify your class teacher that, okay, this is the thing I'm feeling and there's thing happening? Can you notify the principal?
Yes, we have notified our teacher, but the thing is that my school, it has a large Israeli population, and so it is very hard to actually see change in terms of how we respond to this issue because it's just apparently so controversial to be in support of Palestine.